Hello, I'm Michelle Buckley from Iowa State University. The drug approval process is complicated. Today, we're going to discuss the regulations for drug approval and how these requirements ensure that food products from animals are safe for human consumption. We will also discuss the differences between drugs that are approved by the FDA and substances that are considered alternative or homeopathic. Drugs are regulated by the United States Food and Drug Administration, commonly known as the FDA. The FDA defines a drug, in part, as a product that is intended for use in the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, or prevention of diseases, and articles other than food intended to affect the structure or function of the body of man or other animals. Drugs are required to go through a rigorous and standardized assessment process in order to obtain FDA approval. This process requires drug sponsors to demonstrate safety and effectiveness of the drug in the target species. In livestock, drug residues must also be tested to determine how long it takes for the substance to leave the patient's body in order for food products from that animal to be safe for consumption. Drug manufacturers must also demonstrate that the products are of uniform potency and that good manufacturing practices are adhered to. Finally, the environmental impact of the drug must be evaluated as they are commonly excreted in body wastes and fluids. Withhold and withdrawal times are assigned to each product that is approved for use in a food animal species. This is to ensure that adequate time is allowed for the drug to leave an animal's body before its milk or meat is used for consumption. Withdrawal times are developed based on intensive research. The FDA sets withdrawal times during the approval process before the drug is allowed to go to market. This research includes which tissues hold onto drugs for the longest period of time, how long the drugs actually stay in those target tissues, and risks of long-term human exposure to the drug. At this current time, there are no labeled intramammary products for goats, so withdrawal times are extrapolated from other research, generally from bovine data. Withdrawal times are important to assure food safety and to minimize the risk of antimicrobial resistance in the case of antibiotic therapies. So, what about therapies that do not have FDA approval? Did you know that many drugs were discovered because of the beneficial properties noted for certain plants and fungi? For example, willow bark was the basis of development for acetaminophen, whose trade name today is Tylenol, while penicillin was originally harvested from a species of yeast. However, plants and fungi produce many different compounds, along with those that have been demonstrated to be beneficial to humans and animals. Through the drug development process, the target compounds are isolated, tested for safety and efficacy, and synthetically produced to achieve a standardized potency, which allows them to achieve FDA approval. Today, there is a firm distinction between drugs and alternative therapies. The title alternative therapy indicates that the product has not undergone FDA review for safety or effectiveness, as it does not meet the requirements to be considered a drug. There are several different titles or classifications for products under the alternative umbrella, but two of the most commonly encountered are homeopathic and supplements. Supplements are regulated by FDA as food, not drugs. However, many supplements contain compounds that have biological effects that can interfere with a medication or medical condition. You should discuss any supplements or alternative therapies with your veterinarian before using them on your animals. There's no regulatory oversight for supplement manufacturers, and no guarantee can be made that product contents are uniform or even that the listed ingredients are accurate. The FDA only assesses products marked as supplements when a concern has arisen with regards to their safety for human or animal consumption. Homeopathic products fall under the umbrella of supplements. These are usually diluted substances that have been shown to cause certain effects but do not meet criteria to be considered drugs, and they are commonly marketed as safe, natural, and effective alternative therapies to drugs. While the FDA can review these products for safety, efficacy, and potency if the manufacturer chooses, as of October 2023, there are currently no homeopathic products that have elected to undergo this FDA assessment. Many producers believe that homeopathic remedies are safer than drugs, but the truth is, there's minimal to no peer-reviewed research regarding efficacy, safety, dose, or withdrawal time for any of these products. We also have an incomplete understanding of how these compounds work in the body. There's no regulation regarding the actual contents of the bottle in comparison to what is on the label, and there can even be discrepancies between batches. The moral of the story is that knowledge leads to safety. If you have questions about today's module, please email dairygoatextension@iastate.edu. Thanks for watching.